Welcome to another episode of the Soapbox. I'm Ann,
And I'm Lisa.
and we're here to
Entertain you.
entertain you.
We sure hope.
We hope.
So we've got, things coming up. I know that I was kind of tired this morning, but I keep thinking daylight savings time is going to be on, what is it, Sunday?
Really, that soon?
That soon. I hate daylight savings time.
I do too.
I think it's the dumbest thing we've ever done.
Who did it?
I don't know.
And why
But,
do we
I
have
mean,
it?
is it worth it? I mean,
I
so
guess in the summer, if you want to be out late, it's a good thing. You be on the lake for more time, and
Well, I did a little investigate. You know how I like to,
you like to
Invest-
investigate.
especially things that I'm going to talk about, so I can sound, somewhat educated
Smart.
in the.
That's me.
But so experts say staying on standard time is the best way to go, and the reason they say that, Ann, is because they say it's healthier. Because they
Okay.
say that when they go to switch times, it causes people to have sleep issues, and then that causes them health issues. And they said that actually the heart attack rate goes up
Really?
during that time.
Maybe that's my problem.
I don't know. I would have to figure out if that's when you.
Our light went out.
I know our light went out a long time ago, Ann. So they say that they save money, but there's no real evidence that we save money doing the daylight savings time.
What money do we save?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
You
There's
didn't research that part
they
of
did
it?
well. I did, but they're kind of not knowing either.
Oh, they're just saying that and
Yeah.
don't know the reason.
So
Well,
they're
that's cool.
they're talking about making it a time standard, and they're like, is it going to be? Do they want to do the standard time, or do they want to do the daylight savings time as a standard time? What would you pick?
I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Well, that's probably why we're still in this mess, because people like you just don't make a decision. so, so anyway,
I don't know. I like it being lighter later in the summer, but not dark at 6 or
well,
5:30 or whatever.
well,
How'd that get messed up?
I don't know.
Okay.
Your wife was messing with it earlier. I'm going to
Oh.
blame her this time.
Okay.
Um,
Way to go.
so, yeah. So anyway, I'm not real happy about the whole time change again, because when I get up as early as I get up, it screws me up even more.
Yeah, I imagine.
And
I don't have to get up, so
So you don't give a shit.
I really don't care.
Yeah. Thanks
I
for your
guess.
support, buddy.
Well, I care for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just beginning
Uh.
to wonder. So one of the other things that, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Iran war going on.
That's not a war.
Well, they say it's not a war, but I mean, when you start bombing the country and,
Killing people.
killing people, I kind of think that that's pretty much,
Yeah, but
drawing a line in the sand. But
we don't see what we see, and we don't hear what we hear, and we don't,
no,
So yeah, they can say it's not a war, but it looks like a war to me.
I mean, it has all the outlining parts of a war, and then I was thinking about this today, and of course, my brain goes, and I know, I'm not.
Mine
That-
just rattles.
Well, I'm not all that intelligent, like when it comes to the politics, but I do look at things that are pretty easy to observe, And one of the things that I kind of looked at, they were talking about why are we doing this, and one of the reason that they're saying is because of the nuclear program that Iran has,
Correct.
to put them in check.
I get that.
But then I started looking. I'm like, okay, well, let's look at this outside the box. Okay, so Trump has, threatened to invade how many different places since he's been in office? It's
Well, he hit Venezuela.
okay.
He blew up boats in the ocean.
Okay.
I don't know. He's talking about Cuba now.
Yeah.
What other one?
Well, I
You
kind
tell
of
me.
I kind of looked this up.
I
Ann.
bet you did.
So I wanted to get my story straight before I got on here, started rattling off. So he first of all he tried to or threatened to invade Greenland. We all remember he wanted to take over Greenland.
Well, he
right?
wanted, Canada and Greenland.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
I
gonna
wonder
get
what
to-
happened with that.
We're gonna get to Canada in a minute, but
Oh, okay.
let's start with Greenland.
All
So I
right.
thought, okay, so why would now he used that as a safety measure because he said where
Yeah.
they were located. So I'm like, okay, what do all these places have in common? Well, so I looked at Greenland and it says Greenland has 31 billion barrels of oil
There you go.
in reserve. That's just reserve.
All right.
Okay, they suspended any new oil exploration in 2021 because of climate concern and costs.
Right.
So, you know, America, the U.S. is embedded with Venezuela because of oil. So, you know, if you get your buddy, you know, it's kind of like your drug dealer. Because let's talk about, I mean, oil is pretty much like drugs because we need it that
We're
much.
addicted to it. Yeah.
We're addicted to it. Saying, hey, we're going to calm our jets again. So I'm just putting evidence out there. I won't make you make your own conclusion about what I'm going to say. Okay. So anyway, that was Greenland. Okay. Then we had Venezuela. Okay. The world's largest oil reserves is in Venezuela.
Yeah.
The world's largest oil reserves. I mean, I'm just going to stop at that point. Okay.
Don't we have enough Crisco?
Well, we're going to get to the United States here in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So that's Venezuela. Now Iran. Now how does Iran fall into the look on your face? So
We're having a set problem here.
we are.
Okay.
So how does Iran fall into this?
Well, they have a lot of oil too.
Well,
They supply
Iran-
20%, don't they, or
yeah,
something?
Iran, not only, they're 6th or 8th in the world for production, okay?
Yeah.
And, well, here's the thing. Their country sits right there at the mouth of the Persian Gulf, which is vital
Oh yeah.
to the transportation trade route for oil and natural gas.
Yeah, the Strait of Hormuz, or
Yeah, so
I don't know how
So
to pronounce it.
you've got all these places that are saying, okay, here we go. You've got oil, I want you. But hey, I need a place where I can transport all this stuff around
Right.
without a problem.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I
Say
can
what?
kill two birds with one stone with Iran. Okay, now, I told you a minute ago just to chill out for a second on Canada, right?
Canada.
So what did we do with Canada? Okay, so Trump was like trying to bully them and say, hey, we want you to become part of the United States.
Right.
And when the Canada says, no, we're happy being our own country,
Bite me.
right, bite me, we're going to, then Trump's, well, you know what? I'm just going to increase your tariffs.
Right.
Now, so why would Trump do that? Oh, it's a protection thing, you know, because Canada's borders are to America, because we've always had so many problems with people going through Canada and getting to the United States. But anyway, that was his excuse. Well, guess what?
That and drugs.
Yeah, right. So I did some looking on that. Okay, so 93 to 90% of Canada's oil that is produced is exported to the United States.
Okay.
So, well, they have 60.
So he wants their country for their oil.
Well, not only
Is that
that,
what you're saying?
yeah, I think so. Well, not
Okay.
only that, there's more. Oil reserves in Canada are around 164 billion barrels. That's
Well, good grief.
now. Wait a minute. That's not even the most of it. So then, guess what else Canada has? Canada has oil sands that are among the largest deposits on the planet in Canada. Canada ranks third, only behind Venezuela and Saudi Arabia in oil reserves.
Wow.
Now, So if people can't paint the picture, now the United States, because we got to put the United States in this whole equation.
Right.
So the United States is the number one consumer of oil. 19 to 21 million barrels a day the U.S. uses,
Holy
which is
moly.
19 to 22% of the world's consumption. We are also the number one oil producer in the world at 13 barrels a day. But
13 barrels.
13 million barrels.
I thought 13
now-
barrels, I could fit that in the back of my
Now,
truck.
13 million barrels a day. But listen, we only produce 13 million barrels a day, but we use 19 to 21 barrels a day. So
Let that sink in.
let that sink in, because here's the thing, folks, you know, and I was talking to Jamie about this. Let's all think back to the Biden administration. And let me make this clear. Was not, and I still am not, a lover of Biden. So let's make that clear. I'm a lover of a good president that cares about this country. That's what I am. I don't really care if it's like me caring what denomination you are. I really don't care. Just be a good person. Well, anyway, let's go back to the Biden administration. They were pushing so hard on these electric cars and, you know, doing something different.
Right.
And there's a reason, because America is the biggest
Oil hog.
druggie of oil in the world. And we are literally going to run ourselves. We can't even keep up with our consumption.
Well, and not to mention what it does to our environment.
What it does
you
to our
know?
environment. Now, I'm not saying electric cars are, because I'm telling you right now, I can see so many things wrong with electric cars.
Right.
For one, the batteries are way too freaking expensive. For another, you know, you're out in the middle of the desert. How are you going to charge your car? You know what I
yeah.
mean? So there's a lot of things, and how not everybody can afford a charge thing at their house. I mean, there's just a
Right.
lot of different things that they need to work out before I would even consider it.
Right.
So I'm not saying that is the way to do it, but let's find a way to cut back on oil and other ways while we're working on that. Like, what are we using? Like,
And he's just out there hunting for more,
he's just being a hunter. He's not even trying to fix anything.
trying to fix it. Yeah.
At least the administration before was trying to do something. I mean, I'm not saying it was the right thing, but keep throwing some things at the wall, seeing if something sticks. You know, if you want to encourage people to do something, this is the thing to do. It's, you know, clean energy, some better energy, something that's not using all the fossil fuels up.
Right.
And save the fossil fuels for the things that you have to have them for. But, you know, I'm not a genius. You know, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a politician. I'm just an American that's trying to think of, you know, different ways that we can make our country better. But I'm telling you right now, trying to steal from Peter and pay Paul,
Right.
or, you know, he's basically, to me, you know, he reminds me of what he's doing and how he's going about this is basically he's going to go around with a mask on, just robbing people,
Yep.
trying to rob them to get their stuff, you know. And
Kind of like Robin Hood.
yeah, but no, it's at least Robin Hood gave to the good.
Right.
He's all he's doing is trying to give
Get
to the
more.
rich,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. For sure.
You know, he's a bully, and you know, people will sit here and say, and here's what I'm going to tell you, Ann. People are gonna look out for him. They're gonna say, you know what? He's looking out for his own country. He's looking out. You know what he's looking out for? He's looking out for himself, and that's
his
what he's looking
billionaire
out for.
buddies.
He's gonna make a mess out of this country, and we're not gonna have anybody that wants to stand by us, because nobody likes people like that. I mean, let's just face it.
Yep.
You
But
know,
they all love him. That's what he.
and
you
that,
know.
and they're
all
gonna
you'd have to do is ask him.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there's going to be some Trumpsters that are sticking up for him. Now, don't get me wrong. If over there in Iran they're doing some sketchy ass shit with some nuclear stuff, you know, yeah, we probably better, because there's some.
But that was obliterated.
Then what are we doing?
Exactly.
So what are we doing? Again, I just put the evidence out there, and the stuff that I got, you can find it online yourself. You can fact check it yourself. That's the stuff that I looked up, and I to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. And I mean, I don't know what else evidence.
Seems kind of fishy to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's all has to do with
Oil.
places that have, lots of oil.
That's crazy.
So,
What's he want Cuba for?
cigars.
Oh,
I mean, isn't that what those people, that are rich and they sit there with their top hats do?
with
They
those big cigars. Yeah,
smoke those big
Yeah.
cigars.
Cuban cigars.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because they don't have any oil.
Yeah, I didn't research Cuba, so but I'm just going to put it out there. The first thing that comes to mind is cigars.
Well, what I understand is they're not doing very well, so he thinks he can just move in on them, and he'll probably make that the next state.
So what does that tell you about your president, Ann? Somebody that preys on the weak. Basically, right? Is that what you're telling me? He's preying
Pretty
on the
much.
weak? Yeah. Well, Venezuela, so you know, it's a very poor country, Venezuela. And the reason that they're poor is because they've had some, not so great leaders. And then, of
That
course,
are rich.
right, that are rich.
Right.
Right, and that benefited from the oil that they have there. And now they're in bed with the United States saying, okay, so we have a joint account, but guess who's in charge of that account?
Trump.
The United States.
Yeah.
So those accounts
Trump.
Yeah, basically. He's probably using it to, I don't know, put a
Well,
ball
you know,
in.
they got rid of what's his name, Madero or whatever his name was.
Right.
Brought him over here to put him on trial. That was drug stuff.
Yeah.
And his vice president is now president or whatever of their country. And he's got her eaten out of his hand somehow.
Got who?
The president of Venezuela now.
Oh, is eating out of Trump's hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because something's going on because he's
Well, I guarantee
more or
it's not
less-
for his looks.
no.
But no, I mean, I'm sure Trump's one of those guys. He's probably learned it back in school. Makes all the promises to get what he wants, and then, I mean, I read about some business practices of his about him not paying his bills and actually letting his lawyers fight it out, and people just taking whatever they can get.
Yeah.
After the deals.
That doesn't surprise me a whole lot.
So I'm just
You
saying.
know, the guy's been bankrupt how many times?
Right. And it's just like a show. When he fired people, they were gone. But you
Yeah.
fire him, and he sticks around.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Well, he believes he's just God's gift.
I guess there's a lot to say about a comb over and an orange skin
And a vagina neck.
and cankles.
Cankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His sleep habits are
It's
terrible.
sad that he's my generation. He's a
Yeah.
baby boomer.
Well, Ann, I think you should have, should be writing him and telling him that he should have represented a little better.
Okay, maybe I will. If I'm already not on their radar for some of the crap I say.
Well, anyway, that was kind of what my thoughts were that I've been thinking about this week, and I just think it's crazy and ridiculous, and
You can't get a straight answer about the war, and it is a war. I don't care what anybody says.
right.
Let's see, what's this guy's name? I can't remember now.
You're gonna start writing names down.
I
Ann.
do. I need to, because I can't remember.
and I can't read your mind.
He says
unfortunately.
one thing, and then Caitlin Collins, a journalist from CNN, tries to correct him on it. Or was that let me think, Pam Bondi? No, Caroline Levitt, the press secretary.
Yeah.
And that who's speaker, whatever, she talks for Trump, put it that way. But anyway, Caitlin asked her, about what this guy said, and she looked at Caitlin and said, "That's not what he said." And Caitlin's verbatim repeating it. This is what he said. So they're good at that. They're
Right.
good at.
Deflection.
Well, Biden had 4 years. Why didn't he do something about Epstein? Biden had, this Iran problem. Why didn't he do something about it? It all goes back to Biden.
Well, here's the thing. if you're going to keep blaming the guy behind you in line, that's already passed and whatever. I mean, what kind of president are you anyway? And here's the other thing. I
That's
think,
like being ahead of somebody and farting and blaming it on the guy behind you.
well, he's the one that fed me the beans. But anyway, well, here's the
Fed
other
you
thing.
the bullshit's what he fed you.
He just fired that one chick from, head of
Christy Nome, I do remember her
Yeah,
name.
you know why he fired her, right? Because there's so much pressure that he started getting from the American people about the shit with ICE. So he's blaming her. Now she took direct orders. I mean, are we all that naive out there that they don't know she was taking direct orders from Trump? And he knew exactly what she was doing when she was doing it, or she wouldn't have been doing it.
Well, the thing about it is he didn't do anything about any of that. People getting shot down in the street.
No, until American people started saying
until she came out and said, well, he knew about this $220 million I was spending on advertising, me riding a little horse out in the country with her caterpillar eyelashes on and,
yeah.
Of
course he did. I mean,
she looked like a dork.
But yeah, he knows all those people that he appointed. I'm going to tell you guys this, and you can believe me or not. He appointed those people because he knew he could control them.
Yep.
And if anybody thinks for 1 minute that is not why he appointed those people, then you're more naive than I even thought. Because
and now he's putting a guy in her place,
right.
Mark Wayne Mullen,
right,
who was an MMA fighter. You can tell by his cauliflower ears. And he doesn't have a degree.
right.
What else did I read about him? Just, he has no qualifications whatsoever to be head of the Department of Homeland Security.
Well, I don't know where he digs these people up from, but
I don't know. What's he going to do? Kickbox his way through, ISIS or something? I don't know what he's going to do.
But I think it really has to do with people that he can control.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's...
Here, drink the Kool-Aid. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Just ask Jones.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you could ask the people that drink it, but they're all dead.
They're all dead.
Yeah. There you go.
And what happened when you don't drink the Kool-Aid, Ann? What happened when you didn't drink the Kool-Aid?
I had to put up with Trump shit.
No, I'm talking about the Jones people.
Oh, I don't know what
happened.
They
got shot.
Did they shoot them?
Yes, they did. If they would not drink the Kool-Aid,
they
were eliminated.
Did Jim Jones drink the Kool-Aid?
No, he did the elimination.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he shot himself in the head?
He did.
He did. Good for him. At least he followed through and didn't, they didn't all die in vain, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sad.
Well, and another sad thing was Pete Hegseth, who is one of Trump's, he's head of the military. I mean, he's got, I don't know what his title is. I got to write this crap down. And I got to remember what my thought train is. He said something. Oh, about the 6 that were killed. And how they were front page, news. Well, of course. You're going to come out with these, this guy got killed, this guy, the 6 Americans got killed over there. And the press only reports on it to make Trump look bad.
You talking about the military folks that got killed?
Yeah, the military that got killed in Kuwait.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, okay? Those were American soldiers.
Right.
And they should be we should memorialize them. I mean...
But the only reason the press was doing it was to make Trump look bad. That's what this Pete Hegseth said. He's a Department of Defense.
So we're supposed to pretend, just sweep it under the rug and pretend that our American soldiers didn't get killed.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to say anything about it because it makes Trump look bad. That's the only reason they reported it.
Yeah, well, I think
their name should be said every day.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
come on.
And here's the thing. Nobody has to make him look bad. I mean, he does it on his own. I mean, let's say it for real. I mean, any day or any time that you want to know what Trump's about, just sit and really watch him. I
And
just
listen to him if you
and
can
listen
stand
to
it.
him. Yeah, and I can't deal with like I was going to watch the big thing that he had the other day, and I can't sit there and
State of the Union.
yeah, the State of the Union. Thank you, but I cannot sit there
I can't.
and
I
listen
did, but it's hard.
the garbage that comes out of his mouth and
Yeah.
his whiny and his just his cockiness toward everybody, his disrespect. I've never seen a president that is so disrespectful, not only of the position of president, but disrespectful to every American that does not kiss his ass.
Yep. Well, you looked at every Democrat and said, they're crazy.
Yeah.
That's right. I am crazy. I would
Yeah.
consider myself more an independent at this point, but
Yeah, I mean,
you know, what difference does it make?
mean, I'm
I'm
gonna-
not a Republican. That's the only thing I know.
I have voted. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really none of anybody's business, but I have voted both ways over these years. I voted probably more Democratic on the Democratic side, obviously, but then I have the Republican side because they seem to more represent of my kind of life and the things that I believe in and
Right.
the things that are important. But I just think that I really don't care what you are as long as you're a good person looking out for the country and not just for yourself. And I'm not even saying that every president we had they were all angels, because they weren't. I'm sure
Everybody
of them,
has their issues.
everybody has their issues. Now, I would have a hard time finding Barack Obama's. I mean, I'm sure people would disagree, but I think for his representation, I think he did a pretty damn good job.
They were
job
classy.
They were classy, and
They represented the country well.
I think that
This guy represents it like we're just a bunch of idiots out here if we don't agree with him. Or, you know, I hope people in other countries know we are not all Trumpsters.
no. And here's the thing with the Obamas, I believe that's just the kind of people they were. I
Yeah.
don't think it. I mean, they just
It
are
wasn't
that
put
people.
on, yeah.
it wasn't a put on. So
Right.
it wasn't like they had to come out here and put a song and dance on.
Right.
You know. But yeah, I just those are the kind of things that were going on in my mind, and I am concerned about, you know, if we do end up in some kind of world war. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but you know, you keep poking the bear, and
Well, Iran's attacking everybody over there.
yeah, I
They're
mean,
bombing Saudi Arabia. They're bombing
and you know, what is
Kuwait.
Iran is literally running themselves in the ground, because let's face it, they are not anything compared to like the United States.
Oh, no.
You know,
Well, you know, they killed their own people. I mean, I get.
their military is nothing compared to ours.
Right.
No, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that my way of thinking and my culture is better than theirs, because, you know, I don't. I wouldn't want them to do that to us.
Right.
But what I will say is, some of the things that they do to their own folks over there, that's pretty scary.
Well, yeah, if you're out on a peaceful protest and you get shot because of it.
Yeah, people disappear just like they do in Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody does anything about it. Although, look at it right in the United States, I guess you can, you know, Americans can be executed by ICE and nobody does anything about it.
Exactly.
So, I do have.
Do you have a missing person?
I do, and I don't know what I did. Oh, here's my phone. This one's a little bit closer to home, guys. The missing person this week. And I sure hope that this is reaching some folks, because, you know what? If everybody did this, I think, you know, we could make a difference. This is a missing runaway juvenile. This is local. I saw this on the news and snapped a picture. 16-year-old female, Caucasian, brown hair, 5'4", 110 pounds, black. She was last seen wearing a black shirt, jean shorts. Last seen March 3rd, 2026. And it looks like her name is Candace Atkins.
Where's she
And-
missing from?
I believe this is a South Bend, Mishawaka area. saw that on the news and snapped a picture of it because I try to watch a little bit of news before I go to work in the mornings. And so, yeah, if anybody has seen her, you know, I don't know if she did run away. You know, she doesn't need to go back home. She can, you know, find someplace where she can feel safe. Call
Right.
police station, call a friend, call a family member. But it's, you
Just
know,
let them know you're okay.
yeah, it's not safe out there for a young lady at 16 years old trying to make it. And so if anybody sees her, try to help her out. And Candace, if you're out there, please reach out. Somebody will help you, honey. So we really like to hear from you guys. You know, your input of some of the things that we talk about. Please email us at annalisasoapbox@gmail.com. You know, let us know what you think. We want to hear your opinions.
We do.
You know, whether you disagree or you agree or you want to
Tell us to shut up, whatever.
right? Or you know, whatever you
You
want to
guys
do.
are idiots.
We'll
Okay.
we'll read stuff online, good or bad. You know, and if you want to do it anonymously, that's okay too.
All right.
So I think that's going to be it for us for this evening. Unless you have
Amen.
something, you got
No.
anything else to say? All right.
I don't.
All right. Till next time. We'll see you then.
We'll see you.